Right then, let's look at a player that's going to bring something to Manchester United's midfield next season. Now, Youssouf Fofana is just that player in my opinion. Big lad, 6'1", 25 years of age, French, which is, almost a byword for someone being, technically really good at the moment. He's a physically strong, imposing central midfielder that's got a bit of a stocky and a robust frame. He's got a real height and size sort of physique that's going to be a big advantage. He's got a really unique blend of both physical and technical skills that enable him to navigate through opposition pressure with ease, and he usually operates in a double pivot. Now that for me is where Manchester United really need to bring somebody in, someone that's going to sit alongside. I think Mainoo works in a deeper role because I think he's a progressor of the ball, and I think he's someone that you want to get on the ball as much as possible. But as we've seen in recent games, not so much the Brighton game where he was poor, but in recent games when you've seen him paired with Amrabat's the one that's maybe doing a little bit more of the passing and a little bit more of the tackling. It allows Mainoo to really pick and choose where he's getting on the ball and where he can start hurting people. I think having someone like Fofana, being the more aggressive one of the pair when it comes to like sort of passing and defensive output really works. And he thrives as an 8, but I think he's really comfortable as a number 6, and I think that's where he would fit into United. In possession, I think he's equally expansive. Like his role at Monaco is to receive the ball. He gets the ball centrally and he breaks the lines into one of the 3 attackers in behind the centre forward who occupy all those central kind of roles. Imagine being able to transport yourself anywhere in the world with just a click. With Surfshark, you can. Escape digital boundaries and explore the globe virtually, all while keeping your online activity secure. Let's look at the benefits. You can bypass geo-restriction effortlessly and access blocked websites with ease. Whether it's iPlayer or Netflix from abroad, Surfshark grants you seamless access. With over 3,200 servers spanning across 100 countries, Surfshark unveils a world of endless possibilities. Stream sports, movies, and so much more from any corner of the globe. Experience uninterrupted streaming with Clean Web, which shields you from bothersome ads and malware, ensuring a carefree viewing experience. And the icing on the cake, one account, unlimited devices. Surfshark has got your back, whether you're a smartphone, laptop, or anything in between. If you're ready to join the Surfshark squad, use the code Howson, that's HOWSON, for an extra 4 months at surfshark.deals/Howson. Your gateway to a worry-free online experience awaits. And remember, with their 30-day money-back guarantee, there is absolutely no reason why you shouldn't give it a try. Experience the freedom and security you deserve with Surfshark. When we're looking at the stats, his pass completion doesn't look the greatest. And I think that's down to how aggressive he is, a little bit in a Bruno Fernandes kind of way, of how he's trying to force the ball into that sort of final third a little bit. But I think he's been tasked with that. I think his natural tendency is maybe not that. I think that's something that he's getting asked to do. He is the one that they're asking to be a bit of a main progressor, someone that's got to play those low percentage balls a little bit more. And I think he's shown that he's more than capable of being a secure, sort of tempo setting midfielder. And I think if United got him, you would see more of that in him than this sort of very, very aggressive, try and make things happen kind of player. But I also think his ability to play in that back line or in the double pivot mean that when he has played with other flexible players, it adds to more than the sum of its parts. And I think that him and Mainoo do that. I think he's quite an aggressive player, and I like aggressive players. I don't think there's much difference when it comes to the counter pressing. I think he's got really good timing, good anticipation. He jumps out, really rushes up onto players. Anyone who finds a bit of pocket of space in between the lines, he's completely on them. And that has been a massive, major weakness of United this season. In terms of the attributes, he's obviously got versatility across midfield, capable of fulfilling multiple roles, either as a defensive shield, a box-to-box, a destroyer, or a progressor. He's got this ability to receive the ball confidently from the defence, initiate attacking moves, as we spoke about already, and he's got a real calmness to him when he's involved in build-up play. Now, his presence at the base of midfield, I think, is very significant because he consistently draws opposition pressure, and that creates space for teammates around him. This is where, when you get that player and you go, he makes those around him better. Fofana is one of those, I think. And he excels as a ball carrier. He utilises the pace, the physical attributes that he's got, and he evades the press through just raw physicality. He's excellent when there's open space. He drives with the ball through the centre of the park, big, powerful strides, and he can bully his way through opponents quite comfortably doing that. And that's another reason why I think he's worth looking at, because some players, when they're a bit technical or when they're, they've got a certain sort of characteristics, sometimes the Premier League can swallow them up a little bit. You're not doing that with Fofana. He's going to relish the sort of physical challenges that he gets. And I think there's an effectiveness to that sort of progressive carry, as well as his passing, that ranks him among some of the top performers. He's got this ability, and he drives the team forward, and he takes opposition midfielders out of the game with both of those things. And I think his passing range, something that you've seen United really struggle with. No one's hitting diags. No one's got that in them. But he's got the ability to distribute with precision and disrupt opposition defensive structure. In advanced positions, I think he's got long-range shooting. I think that adds another dimension. Something that we don't really get a lot of at the moment is goals from midfield. And he can be a bit of a threat with it. Defensively, reliable, stays on his feet, very rarely resorts to sliding in. Obviously, that's the opposite to what we've seen recently with Casemiro. But he's shown he's got excellent positional awareness, and he covers the ground totally different when it comes to trying to intercept. So, to summarise, Kobbie Mainoo needs a partner. Someone with experience, but with legs and a high defensive output. Fofana, for me, is that. He's a capable player that could play as a 6 and an 8. He could play the double pivot, or he could play on his own. And I think that really would complement what Kobbie Mainoo is about. The price is an interesting factor as well. When you look at him, he's a really good age, and he's coming into the final year of his contract, means that he's going to be available for a knockdown price. And the rumour is somewhere like 25 million. I think that would be a ridiculous piece of business for United. I think he also supplements a second midfield signing because of that price, and his age also means that he doesn't block the pathway of other young midfielders coming through. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. This is why United should sign Fofana. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I'll see you in the next one. Laters. Hey, thank you for watching the video. If you are new around these parts, then don't forget to subscribe. My channel is proudly supported by my community on Patreon. If you'd like to get a little bit of extra content, a Discord group, meetups, five-a-side games, weekly podcasts, behind the scenes, and even an occasional bit of transfer news as and when I get it, then for the price of a pint, you can show your appreciation for the content that we make and get some goodies for doing so as well. Check the link in the description or click the button right here. You'll also find all of my socials here too if you want to follow me on any of those platforms. Nice one.